My name is Chief Inspector Judy Nyathira, a proud owner of the affordable housing in Bondeni within Nakuru. Your Excellency, sir, I want to thank you on behalf of the men and women in police uniform, for not leaving us behind out of this project. The history goes a long way, how the police live, from time immemorial in sharing, using a curtain, and you're sharing a house with your counterpart, no privacy, and a lot of issues going in there. From there, we were given again permission not to live in police lines and to go and rent houses outside. Your Excellency, that was a good step. But again, this is the greatest, where you're renting to own your own home. I'm proud that I've been in my home for more than a year, where I'm assured of my safety. In case I'm going to work outside, I know my family is okay. Social amenities, they're perfect. Water running all through, the lighting system, enough space, a place for children to play, and they can feel the comfort and they can feel living like any other civilian out there. So I must appreciate that it is a good step. All civil servants should go for it because it is changing lives.
Wakazi pale individually. So tulijiunga na tuliweza kuregister na MSHA, Small Micro Enterprise Authority. Tuko na pin yetu pale, hata sisi tunajua kulipa ushuru ni kujitegemea. Tuko sawa sawa, tunakwenda vizuri. Ningependa tu kusisitiza ya kwamba challenge ambayo tulikuwa nayo pale kama vijana wadogo, hatukuwa na fedha za kuanza ile kazi. Manake tumepewa LPO worth 2.5 million, hatuna hela, lakini tulijikakamua. Tukasema hii serikali, manake tuliichagua sisi. We work with the government of the day. Lazima tuamue, tutafute hela, tuuze kuku, tukope kwenye SACCOs kidogo kidogo. Lakini tulipo faulu kudeliver the first lot, ilikuwa zaidi ya madirisha 350 na tulifanya hiyo kazi na wiki 2. So ile pesa tuliweza kuipata, ikaingia kwenye account yetu, maana kila kikundi kiko na account. Tukaweza kulipwa, tukalipa madeni ya bank, tukalipa wale suppliers wetu wakati ambao unafaa. Japokuwa tulikuwa tumeahidiwa pesa zitatoka na wiki 2, lakini ilichelewa kidogo ikatoka na mwezi mmoja. Tukaelezewa na tukaweza kuelewa lazima wangeangalia tulipo supply, ni vizuri kuelezea hapo. Maana tulikuwa hatujafikisha ule ustadi vizuri. Waliangalia kama tuko na speed, accuracy, wakaona makosa kidogo tu. Katika ile kudeliver 100%, 75% ya zile dirisha zetu zilikubalika. So 25% zikawa rejected, lakini ikawa ni makosa kidogo tu, kupiga msasa, sandpaper, kuangalia rangi. Kutoka hapo kazi ikawa iko shwari. Mafundi wote wamebobea, wako shwari. Hivi sasa wengi wao wamejisimamisha kikazi. Tunachapa kazi vizuri.
Thank you so
much. Kwa hivyo sisi
much.
tunaomba kazi, kazi, kazi.
Program where we are supporting our municipalities and urban areas to provide infrastructure and set up their governance structures. And this is also the home of your Legacy Markets project, whereby we're implementing.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You people are changing Kenya.
Yes, Your Excellency. Yes.
Very proud of it.
And thank you to your vision,
yes,
and the sacrifice of millions of Kenyans.
Yes.
You were powering the affordable housing program.
Correct.
And through our twin, the Bomayangu, which is the entry point for the affordable housing registration.
How many people now registered on
over 700,000 and growing. Particularly launch more projects, the registration is spiking on a daily basis.
Very good.
So
Very good.
We're very grateful.
These are some of your
These
projects.
are some of the projects. This is now the Bomayangu landing page. Yes. Yes.
Doing very well.
This is 10 Meru, Lurambi. 100 100 projects on this platform. We're building more. The speed at which our implementing agency is moving is actually also so fast. So we're also very proud to be partnering with the
Bahati
state
phase
department.
2 or phase 1? Phase 1.
This is phase 1, 220 units.
That's ready.
Yes. No, the Bondeni is the one that is ready. Bahati is
both affordable and normal mortgages. Yes, we are doing 9.5. And we are also giving all the Kenyans mortgages across the country. We provide 9.5 for a mortgage for affordable housing. We are also giving loans to developers who are putting houses to build. We partnered with the Affordable Housing Board to give mortgages and to do TPS and 3%.
Maybe
13th floor.
we're already at 13th floor.
Yes, we're already at 13th floor. Yes.
This one is moving very fast.
We are around almost 42%. 15 blocks, yes. Yes, we are around 40% progress. Yes.
We had issues with the...
Get it off the ground.
Yes,
It's off the ground, yes.
Yeah, there was a rock issue.
Yes.
And we couldn't blast it.
Yeah.
But it is going to be a fantastic market.
Yes.
You know, if you go to the ground and see this, yes. I was in Kisumu. I mean, it's a lot.
Well, part of the challenge we face is that it's the resources that are bound in this region. So really, when you talk of the new scramble for Africa, it's precisely that. So Africa is beginning to face a lot of proxy battles for critical minerals and other resources that are being sought for in this particular region. And I think there's a call that we need to make, that there's also need to respect African institutions. The African Union, the East African Community, the ECOWAS, you can name these economic regional blocs, because we're also seeing a process where the unilateralism is beginning to undermine the very institutions that are African. And therefore, for us to be able to resolve various political crises internally through dialogue is being undermined in many different stages. And this is prolonging the process of conflict. And as I said, it is extremely costly. Terrorism and all other forms of challenges that come with it are beginning to really take their toll on the African continent. So we need to strengthen African institutions and work with them so that they can become more effective in resolving some of the crises that we have. Any process that encourages a nation to destabilize other nations is not acceptable. We should not entertain and encourage that kind of attitude. And the challenges that the African continent is facing, a population of 1.4 billion people, 70% of them below the age of 35, is something that we need to look at very critically. And we are not going to find good solutions if we are constantly in a state of instability in the continent. Therefore, we need to condemn any form of interventions that create instability in the region from all spheres. The African security architecture, the framework that we look at, and my colleague has touched on it, the private security undertakers, and I've used the word deliberately, that is undertakers, in every sense of the word, are are actually causing havoc because they are not accountable to anybody. It's about what resources they're able to obtain out of these interventions. Now, people who are no longer accountable to any authority, they're there for purely a commercial engagement, are extremely dangerous in terms of the stability of the nations that we talk about. So I strongly feel that the global community needs to take this extremely seriously, because we will not be able to move and face the challenges on the African continent with this continued instability. Over 500 million people in Africa are facing a challenge in one way or the other arising from these conflicts. Whether you're looking at Sudan, Somalia, South Sudan, the Sahel region, all these areas, the Central Africa, we are having a real crisis on our hands. More mouths require feeding. I think it's estimated close to 60% of that population is now facing food insecurity. Children are not going to school. There's no medical support and so forth. So we need to look at this more holistically so that we can have a rules-based society that will enable governments that are elected to come in and do their best. There's nothing that can replace democratic processes. We need to work towards that. And therefore, I just want to say that we should not encourage any form of aggression in the context of the kind that we saw in Ukraine.